In May 2012, I produced my very first short film, One Memory. The cinematic anniversary of Source and the recent use of Codemasters topic of future rally games inspired me to do a video where I share one story about each of the Codemasters games I played in rapid fire fashion. Let's go! Toca tutorial guys. As I moved up through career mode where you needed the podium finish in the weekend standings, I got stuck on the second race of the Brands Hatch round and the heavy rain. I couldn't get past it after many tries, which prompted me to try other car classes in the game, such as the Fiesta, Toca Race Driver 2. I was dying for a Gran Turismo-like game for PC, and Toca seemed to be it, even though it was more focused on motorsports than a car collection game. Race Driver 2 still became one of my favorite childhood games, with its sheer amount of racing series. It was also one of the first games we played in our home network. Me, my dad, and a whole field of AI guys. Colin McRae Rally 2005. I absolutely loved this demo, and the cars look spectacular, especially the dark car-like cars, which remind me of our own real-life rallies in Brazil. But the store didn't have it, and I received a reshape on Friday instead, which was much harder but would become an important part of my racing journey. Colin McRae, one of the first games I bought in the United States. I remember loving the fact they had motors as rallycross cars, beautiful graphics in the rain, and that they captured my favorite past rally games so well. It seemed to have everything I had missed in Colin McRae 2005, including proper car cars and trucks and more. Great. One of the first newspaper articles I wrote in high school was for Grid. I had a suspicion my readers would have preferred me to review the latest Call of Duty, but I wouldn't know what to write about the first-person shooter. My childhood was all about racing, and I couldn't pass on the chance to talk about it. From the car to the track list, I love the Grid, and it doesn't doubt I wasn't alone. Good review pick after how. The editors chose the game cover for the review, but they submitted this image as well. The shoot. This was on my first screenshots on Steam and still shows up among my recent screenshots. Gameplay wise, I remember enjoying the rally stages, having all the cars like the 1990s rally games. I also got to meet Ken Block a few years later, and I'm thankful for his kindness and everything he did for our racing community. F1 2010. F1 is finally back on the PC. I'm having the best year of my high school and I always try to win the world. I remember playing my first race as Michael Schumacher. It was amazing to see a true great back in the sport. I also used this game as background footage for her final project, a video for her short story I wrote called The Blue Clouds. The 3. First impressions matter in gaming, and I absolutely love the Finland rally stages that open the career mode, which is still look pretty to this day. Probably my favorite of the original trilogy, especially thanks to the handling. A sweet mix of sin and arcade that played really well on the wheel. Death Rally. I remember the surprise. I came home from a first date and what? I knew Death out of nowhere and it's a sin. A true refresher for rally games as a whole. Maybe not as seen as IBR, but one that stole many hours from me. It was also refreshing seeing the gaming community as a whole enjoying a rally sim. Death Rally 2. Refined feel, more cars, and a few new different rallies. One of my favorites since of all time. This made me excited for her Death Rally 3 with brand new stages and a WRC license. It's a shame we never got it, but we still have a fantastic and deep experience here. I remember creating my own bus on the fish compound and trying to compare lap times among different cars. I hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane as much as I have. Let me know if I missed a favorite of yours. It's a shame to see Codemasters dissolve like this and focus on only one series. Hopefully the people who have worked in these fantastic games can surprise us again, whether as part of EA or as new independent projects. Because if they can rekindle the magic of any of the titles above, we could be looking at many new classics and many new memories to add to this list. I hope you have a great week and bye!